How does this little midweek rest treat your team?
I think it was good. We had Monday, Tuesday were kind of self-scout days. Wednesday was a day off, and then back to our normal 2-day prep, get ready for TCU. So we'll find out, but I think it was a good mental thing, if nothing else. And we do have some kids that needed a little extra rest, and now it's time to go.
When that mental fatigue kind of sets in, how does that show itself on the court?
I think it's just in how you prepare. The things that you forget to do. This is the time of year where you got to find another level of commitment, and if you can't find that when you're having a good season, then you do have a problem. So I think the challenge for our team is to really understand now over the next 3 weeks. It's you focus on school, you focus on basketball, and nothing else matters right now. You just got to focus on that stuff, and I think this group understands that. And we have a busy 3 weeks, 4 road games, 3 of the next 4 on the road. So I think they've been really good about handling that kind of process. So I don't anticipate it'll be a problem.
Why do you think this team has done so well on the road?
I think there's a couple of reasons. I think number one, it's a group that really, I think, understands what we need to do to be successful. I think we have really good guard play, and I think when you have really good guard play, that travels. And then I think the other thing is we've really done a good job with our scouting report defense on the road, probably better than home, and hopefully that'll continue. So. I think that's and now that you know that you can do it, and we've got some good road wins, and I think the challenge for us has always been nameless, faceless opponent, and still says Iowa State on the jersey, just a different color jersey. So hopefully we understand that, and this group has shown that they can do that.
How many adjustments do you really make against a team that you won by 31 against last time?
You're always making adjustments because their lineups are different. Our lineups are different. When we played them the first time, I think they'd played 1 game in 30 days because of the COVID thing. So we really, you look at the video of that game, but I don't know if it's a true indication of how they're going to play. They've played a lot differently the last couple of weeks. So, you have a good idea. I mean, Lauren Hurd's a great guard, has done a great job for them. They have a lot of kids with a lot of experience. But it comes down to, doing what we do, and hopefully our kids understand that. But it's a great opportunity for us, and I think, it's fun to be in this position in February, and hopefully we can embrace that and really play hard and well starting on Saturday.
And what does it mean to you as her coach, and also just on a human level, to see Maggie work back from an injury that bothered her for a really long time, and now she's making plays back in the starting lineup?
No, it's been great. I mean, I think what Maggie's been through, I think people on the outside, I'm not saying they don't understand, but it's hard to understand what a young person goes through when, they love to play basketball. And a big reason that Maggie came to school here was she wanted to play basketball at Iowa State. And when that's taken away from you through no fault of your own, that is really, really hard. And to see what she's done and, to do it, the tedious stuff that you have to do, to come back to play. And I think that's why it's been so exciting. And I think for Maggie especially because, she's been a Cyclone since the day she was born. And I think it's been fun to see her come back. And she's still limited in her minutes. She's limited in practice. But she really wanted to help this team. And I think she saw what she could do for this team. And she's really been a great addition. And, it's kind of like picking somebody up at the trade deadline. You find someone and give us some quality minutes, and you got to get to 200 minutes, and Maggie's eaten up about 20 of those, and it's been a really important 20 minutes.
I think Emily's like 11 of her last 12 from 3. When you see somebody in the gym as often as she is, how rewarding is it as a coach when you see those results in the games?
Yeah, as a coach, you're always telling your kids, you want to get better, get in the gym, and they kind of look at you and like, well, you got any other ideas? But that's them. I mean, I think you do. You want to see a kid who's put in that kind of time to be rewarded. You really do. You want all your players to have success, but it's important to Emily. She works hard at it. She started out slow from the three-point line, has gotten a lot better. I think she's made adjustments to the line. I think the line being 9 inches back kind of hurt her early. she's made that adjustment, and she's wearing that gun out in there. And right as of right now, it's certainly paying off.
Since you asked her to score more, I think she's averaging about 15 a game since that point. Why didn't you ask her earlier?
Yeah, believe me, I think Deb asked me that first. So, no, I don't know. I think it was just that's her nature, is to really lead and share the ball. And we just got to the point where it's like, you got to be a threat to score, and scored a lot of points in high school. And yeah, I wish I would have done that earlier. Might have made a bigger difference in our team, but. It just gives us another person for other teams to worry about, and obviously, to go 6 for 6 in a game from the three is pretty impressive. But just the idea that other teams know that she is going to shoot the ball now and not always facilitate. Sometimes you got to make the play yourself, and luckily she's made them.
You mentioned TCU is playing a little differently from first time. How are they different?
They're changing defenses a little bit more. They've played more zone, and we haven't seen a lot of zone this year, so we got to work on that. They're going to press a little bit more than most teams in our league. And then offensively, they're playing some different lineups, and they're running a lot of different stuff that there's a little more motion to it. I thought we handled a lot of their ball screen stuff pretty well the first time, but we got to be better. And they're longer than us, and they've just changed their lineup a little bit. And you can't overthink it, but at the same time, you got to be ready for a couple of different things. But mainly for us, it's seeing pressure defense and seeing zone is not something we've seen a lot of. So we got to get some work done the next 2 days.
You guys are fighting for a top spot in the Big 12. Is that a goal you set before the year, or do you just take it one game at a time?
I think when you go into the year, you want to have a kind of team that I don't know that I would say challenges for a Big 12 championship kind of thing. I don't really think about that, but I think you want to be a team that over 18 games feels like you're playing at a high level. And so far after 11, we're right in the mix of it. And like I told our kids the other day, we have 7 games left, and you could be Big 12 champs or you could be 6th. You could get a pretty good seed in the NCAA tournament, or you could be sweating it out and sitting on the bubble. I mean, it's a weird situation, but it's fun. I mean, those are the things that we've talked about. And, you look at, there's a lot of good teams in this country, but there's a lot of teams that aren't in our situation. And hopefully our kids embrace that. And, we're not asking, them to bust it for 3 years, 3 months. It's 3 weeks. And if you can't focus for 3 weeks on given where we are now, then that's disappointing. But I'm excited about the opportunity, and I think our kids are too.
And you mentioned early in the year that the medical staff is the best in the country. What do you think makes them the best in the country?
I think so, because the commitment they have to our kids, the amount of work and time. Like, I'm here a lot, and usually Denise is here longer than me. And when you leave Hilton, usually the car that's there when I leave is Denise and the team doctors. And, there's nothing more important than a great medical staff. They keep these kids not just healthy and taped, but they hear things that none of us hear. They hear things in the training room. I think it's a safe haven for our young people to have someone to talk to. And also, there's nothing worse than feeling like you're hurt or injured or what's wrong with me. I mean, athletes are so in tune to their bodies, and that allows them to play. They need someone or a group of people here that are like, hey, we are doing everything we can to allow you to do what you love to do. And it's amazing the work they do, and the information that they give us, and the way they keep us informed is really something. So I feel very, very good about the care that our kids get, and they deserve it. They should get it, and we're blessed that's the case here.
And what's your experience been like working with Denise?
It's been phenomenal. She's been here longer than I have. There's not many people that have been here longer than me. But, again, she lives it. She's someone that is so connected to the team. She's involved in everything that they do. And like I said, it's not just the expertise medically. It's just the way she relates to our players is really special. And you could ask any one of them. And usually when our former players come back, It's like when you go back and visit, your old high school teachers or coaches, or you go to certain people that you really respect and trust. The players that come back here to visit us always make a stop in the training room. So I think that speaks volumes about the kind of person Denise is and the commitment that she's made to them. And those players understand that and really, really appreciate it.